What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for checking out another video. And we've got some stuff to talk about. So, a long time ago, there was this beef between Carlos Mencia and Joe Rogan over, I believe it was like stolen material. I can't remember exactly if Mencia stole from Rogan or stole from a friend of Rogan, but there's a video where he like confronts Mencia to his face. If you're confused, don't worry, you'll see why that's relevant in a second. But before that, let's grab some coffee and get into today's news. So today we're going to be looking at an article from CTV News about the White House Correspondents' Dinner, I think, that happened over the weekend. And President Biden tried to take a page out of Donald Trump's book and, tell some jokes, do some mockery of his opponent, but it didn't really land as well as President Trump's does. And I think it's just because the Democrats don't really know how to be funny. Like, even during the meme war, like, the right was just crushing them. It was just insane. But let's take a look at what he said. So, like a comic honing his routine, the Democrat president began testing and expanding his jokes over the past few weeks. Jabs at the Republican opponent's financial problems, which they caused. Biden poking fun at Trump's hair, which is kind of funny. There's some good memes floating around of, it looks like him wearing like a toupee or something. His pampered upbringing. Biden's been in the Senate for like 50 years, so I don't know what the hell he's talking about. And his attempt to make a few extra bucks by selling a special edition of the Bible. I actually didn't know about that. That's weird. I gotta see if I can find that because it sounds like it'd be hilarious. The jokes are the latest attempt to crack the code on how to clap back at Trump. FYI, you can't. Whose own insult comedy shtick has redrawn the boundaries of what is acceptable in modern politics. Yes, it has, and that's why Trump is hilarious. Few have had much luck, whether they try to take the high road or get down and dirty with Trump, the presumptive Republican nominee for president. This is a constant challenge, says Eric Schultz, senior advisor to Barack Obama. Trump is not someone who plays by the rules, so it's up to Biden to figure out how to adapt and play by new rules of engagement. You think this guy...
The best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to... Anyway.
Is going to be able to adapt and play by new rules of engagement. Biden has been trying to thread a delicate needle to boost his chances of a second term. Spoiler alert, it's not working. He uses humor to paint Trump as a buffoon, unworthy of the Oval Office. Really? This guy. Sometimes he finds a few jokes that can energize an audience even more than a major policy victory and draw precious attention away from an opponent who otherwise commands the spotlight, even while stuck in a New York courtroom for his first criminal trial. Yeah, because people actually want to vote for him. The latest came at the White House Correspondents' Association dinner. Let's see. After years of Trump constantly needling Biden as Sleepy Joe, and mocking his age, Biden lobbed the insult back after Trump appeared to doze off in court, naming him Sleepy Don. And that is why I brought up that bit about Mencia and Rogan at the beginning. He's not making up anything new. He just took Donald Trump's insult and flipped the name. Like, I don't understand why people would think that's clever, but okay. Of course, the 2024 election's in full swing, and yes, age is an issue. I'm a grown man running against a 6-year-old.
Oh, just not smart. Even for you.
Given all the videos of him sniffing kids, I probably would have not used that euphemism. But anyway. Let's see. Jokes at the annual Black Tie Affair, which also featured a professional comedian, Colin Jost. Okay. Quick caveat. A lot of people were saying Colin Jost, my mistake, bombed at the dinner, and I have to watch the whole thing still. I've only seen like clips on X, but take a look at these two, which I actually thought were pretty good. Let me know what you guys think.
My weekend update co-anchor, Michael Che, was going to join me here tonight, but in solidarity with President Biden, I decided to lose all my black support. By a lot of measures, President Biden is having a very successful first term, but people don't seem to realize it. Like with the economy, the vibes are bad, but the numbers say it's strong. The economy is kind of like you on the steps of Air Force One. It feels like it's stumbling, but there is somehow upward progress.
So, Biden says, remember when he was trying to deal with COVID? He suggested, inject a little bleach in your veins. He missed. It all went to his hair. He missed his veins? Like, how would it go to his hair, Joe? How does that work? In Tampa, Florida, the day before, he assailed Trump for the U.S. Supreme Court ruling that overturned abortion protections. You mean sent it back down to the states, where it should be, with 3 justices nominated by Trump voting in the majority, and then pivoted to the former president's hawking of a U.S. $60 God Bless the USA Bible. Seriously, I gotta find that Bible. He described the Dobbs decision as a miracle. Maybe it's coming from that Bible he's trying to sell. Whoa, I almost wanted to buy one just to see what the hell is in it. Yeah, me too. Biden rarely references Trump's court cases, but jokes about financial problems that began soon after the former president was ordered to pay $454 million in a civil case in New York. But that has been taken down to, what's his bond now? I think $175 million. And but Letitia James is trying to get that thrown out too, because apparently the bond company is untrustworthy or something. I don't know. She's just trying to make his life hard. Also, the Democrats caused those financial problems. So there's that. Just the other day, Biden said at a fundraiser in Dallas, a defeated-looking guy came up to me and said, "Mr. President, I need your help. I'm being crushed with debt. I'm completely wiped out." I had to say, "Donald, I can't help you." It's so bad. They're not even funny. Like, I understand that you're going to get personal in the political world. There's going to be ad hominem attacks, but these are kind of sad. And then, anyway, continuing on. So, Biden tries his hand at humor, rarely strays far from talking about policies. He likes to note that he signed a $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure law, even though the economy is falling apart. He promised infrastructure week. You promised to eliminate student debt. The dilemma is that Trump, who tells voters the American political system is hopelessly corrupt, can get away with name-calling that would backfire on other candidates. Oh, so, he can tell the truth, and for some reason, that upsets the Democrats. The Republican campaign said the insults will only intensify as Biden tries to give them a taste of their own medicine. That is not good. Stephen Chung, a Trump campaign spokesman, said Biden is shuffling his feet like a short-circuited Roomba. See, like, that's funny. That's like witty, at least. Rick Tyler, who worked on the presidential campaign of Senator Ted Cruz in 2016, said voters have a double standard because expectations are different for Trump, who first became famous as a real estate developer and the star of the reality TV show The Apprentice. So he's saying that people's expectations of Trump's behavior is different because he's a celebrity? Celebrities don't really have standards, and Trump is in that lane. It's like trying to play a sport with the wrong equipment. I mean, yeah, I guess that's an apt comparison. Senator Marco Rubio found that out the hard way in the Republican primary in 2016 after Rubio joked about Trump having small hands, suggesting that another part of him was small too. Trump swung back by saying, "I guarantee you there's no problem. Nobody has ever beaten Trump by getting in the ring with him." Actually, this reminded me of something that I saw that made me laugh. Take a look at this.
Something that Trump posted about you this week, because he responded in response to you saying you'd vote for the Republican ticket. Wow, former AG Bill Barr, who let a lot of great people down by not investigating voter fraud in our country, has just endorsed me for president despite the fact that I called him weak, slow-moving, lethargic, gutless, and lazy. Based on the fact that I greatly appreciate his wholehearted endorsement, I am removing the word lethargic from my statement. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah. It's classic Trump. What's the question?
What's your response?
Well, I mean, obviously, what I said was that I'm very disappointed that this country is stuck with this choice between two people who I don't think either of them should be president of the United States. But given that binary choice, I feel I have to choose Trump.
But he's mocking you.
So it's not about me. I think that I've said this all along. If faced with a choice between two people, neither of which I think should be president, I feel it's my duty to pick the person who I think would do the least damage to the country. And I think Trump would do less damage than Biden. And I think all this stuff about a threat to democracy, I think the real threat to democracy is the progressive movement and the Biden administration.
See, even Bill Barr, who Trump mercilessly destroyed, has come over to his side. And even Bill Barr admits, that's classic Trump. That's just how he is. I don't know. I think this is going to heavily backfire on President Biden. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of Biden's latest attempt to, garner support. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like on the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.